We were always working hard, yeah. Especially grandma. I was always working hard, never thinking about me, but others. Till today, even my sister-in-law just came and told me, "You still the same. You never change. You're always thinking about that." I said, "Well, it just takes away from me."
That's one of the things that I love about my grandmother. She's unselfish, never thinking about herself, and always doing what's right for others. This is a documentary that I made for my grandmother, Annabella Ahuena Kehuani Mokuao Lakalo, or as I like to call her, Grandma Anna. I had the opportunity to sit down with Grandma Anna on 2 separate occasions and have a talk story time with her. I got to find out a little bit more about who she was. One of the stories that she shared with me was of her time growing up on Molokai.
I was there with my grandma and grandpa, my grandpa Henry and my grandma Miriam, and I lived there with them until I was 8. While growing up there, we were living on a farm that had horses and cows, and so we had to get up and help my tutu, my grandpa, not help but watch him milk cows and deliver milk to neighbors. And it was fun for me because I was out of the house running around with my papa.
Grandma also talked about her parents, William and Cecilia Mokuao, and what it was like for her growing up as a child.
My dad took my mother back to Molokai, where they got married and had 6 of us, 6 children, which was John, Amelia, Altaboy, myself, and my sister Virginia, and my sister Ida. The kind of fun we had growing up with my dad and my mom. They couldn't take us anywhere because we couldn't fit all in a car at once. They would have to take, if we're going to the beach, they take half, then come back, pick up the other half. That's how we traveled around the place. Most of the time, we walking to go climb mountain or go down the river. You know, if we couldn't go to the beach, we all would go down the river where we could swim in their fresh water.
Even as a child, Grandma Anna looked for opportunities to help her family as much as she possibly could.
The working part, we'd still find something to do to help my dad. So he used to collect water, bottles, and they used to take the bottles from us and give us cash right there, like 5 cents. So at 5 cents, 10 cents, 25 cents is something big because you can buy a lot with that, with 25 cents. So I used to always hold my money in the hand. I used to go ask people if they like me clean the yard or wash the window. So my siblings used to follow because I was the one who had the money in the hand. But I always gave it to my dad. No matter what I had, I always gave it to him. So it was just like I did not think of myself, what I wanted. I just wanted to do things to help.
Grandma also reminisced about her life with her husband, Charles Lakalo.
I met Papa through his sister. Her and I were close, always together. So she asked me, let's go movies. I said, okay. So she said, but I need to go home first. So we did. That's where I met Papa. The following week, he was telling his sister, oh, what's your friend's name? So she told him my name. So he said, oh, I like to take her out. So she go, get a grip. You only saw her 1 week. But he said, I want to take her out. So she brought me home again. So when she did the second time, he asked me then if I wanted to go to the movies with him. Within 6 months, we got married. Papa and I got married.
One of my favorite stories that Grandma told me was of her unique wedding experience.
Charles Kale Kulani Lakalo and I, Annabella, Maunakea ani. Moku Aula Kalo got married September the 16th, 1960 at Kaapana Church. And at that time, we was not going to be married in the church, we was going to be married in the deacon's room. But when the kahu saw me, he asked me if I wanted to get married in the church. So I said yes. So we walked out past the choir loft, went down and got married in front of the church. But the church was decorated for another wedding that was happening right after us, and which by coincidence was Charlie's friend, Bobby, and which was Auntie Claudie's brother that was getting married right after us. But they had decorated the church for them, for their wedding, but we got married in there first.
I also asked Grandma what it was like for her raising her own family. With her husband Charles, she had 3 children, Jan, Kai, and John Henry.
So I had fun to take care of my own children and try to give them as much as I could, of love and going out and trying different things. For me, they came first. If they needed something, I would get it, for them. If they needed to go anywhere, I would take them. Even if I gotta go work late or come home early, I would do it. I was with them. No matter what, I was with them.
I asked Grandma what her feelings were towards having her own mo'opuna.
Gosh, if you didn't have a grandchild, the love for the grandchildren is so much greater and more protective. Even seeing them is fine with me. As long as they're okay, just a wonderful feeling for me because I'm alive to see them and grow with them and to hear all what they have to say. Then when the great grandchildren are here, that's all mine. What a blessing. The Lord has blessed me richly. I have 10 grandchildren and 3 great grandchildren. That means we had left something on this earth, and we did something right.
Grandma Anna left a truly great legacy. I asked those a part of that legacy what they love most about Grandma Anna and what she means to them.
Hello, my name is Tatiana. I am the eldest granddaughter of Anna Lakalo. One of my most favorite memories of my grandma growing up was her singing. I remember her singing in the kitchen and singing along with the radio in her car, but most vividly I remember her singing in church. I was so enraptured with women that could sing alto or contralto. I thought my grandma sang and harmonized so beautifully with everyone else. There was a certain melancholy nature about her voice that added a certain depth and mystery to the song that I could only solve if I just kept listening. It was as if she were the backbone to their singing, which kind of leads me to the one word that describes my grandma, which is supportive. My grandma just will drop everything to help you no matter what. And I say that last bit emphatically, no matter what. She will go out of her way to help you. And I also think that the grit and determination in which she helps others are actions I apply, if only to perpetuate her lineage.
Helping others, because she would help anybody else before herself.
One of the things that stands out to me is her cooking and baking, which is the reason why we're in her kitchen right now. She would always show her love for us through food, and Nobody can top Grandma's cooking or baking. Even if you use the same exact recipe with the same exact ingredients, it will never taste as good as Grandma's. So, one thing that I would like to show you, since we're in the kitchen, is this green bowl. So green is Grandma's favorite color, and this bowl has been in the family for years. I mean, she's baked like amazing desserts and cakes through this bowl. I just always remember as a little girl, while Grandma would be baking a cake, she would give me this bowl and her spatula to lick off the extra cake batter and frosting, and I can always remember her sharing that with me, and I like to share that with my kids now because it's fun.
One good thing, good memory about my mom is her cooking, her food. My mom was always a good cook, an excellent cook. She made me some of my favorite meals: spaghetti, akubon, her drumsticks, especially her desserts. Loved her pumpkin crunch. One word that describes my mom that I know is that she's a hard worker, and that's ingrained in me. So nowadays I have that mindset and mentality to always work hard at work and even at home. So thank you, Mom, for that.
Her cooking is the bomb. One word for Grandma is for making the bomb dinner. I love Grandma.
I just want to thank Grandma Anna for taking the time out and sharing her story. My hope is that through this video, those that are part of her legacy now and that will be a part of her legacy can learn a little bit more about her. I love you, Grandma, and I thank you for everything that you have done for our family.